Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today is episode 8 of the NBA 2K19 My League with your Vancouver Ravens. As today we have a very big episode as we got to go change up a lot of things. As you guys know, we did a lot with the rosters. We traded away Hassan Whiteside, which was huge. Also, in the last the last couple videos, we picked up a huge guy, and Marvin Bagley III, who unfortunately got a very bad injury during last year. He dislocated his left patella to 2 to 4 months, so he's still out, and he will not be probably playing for us for the start of the year, which is kind of a big bummer because he's one of our big all-stars for the team. Now, we had a lot of things that we had to do, and we only have $13 million in our cap space left, and as we know, we see this heals Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who's in free agencies, but he's expected to have $20 million, which is very unlikely that we go out and get a guy like that. Now, when I was doing some tests with my franchise mode and stuff like that, I did notice that you have to go to Hassan Whiteside's contract and let him go, which I think I've done already. Did I do that? I think I did. I'm not too sure if I did. I think I did. Anyway, so Hassan Whiteside had like trade, so I had to re-announce, so we get some extra money from that, and I think that worked, so I think I already did that. But we already had a trade in mind, and that was with the Toronto Raptors, which we were looking at in the last video, and it was picking up DeMar DeRozan. 2 years at $32.30 million on his contract. This team is not a very great team. They're sort of going down on the downtrend. And I think we can make a very big trade with this team. And, of course, the first guy is Darius Garland, which we're going to be trading to the Toronto Raptors, of course, in Darius Garland. And we're also going to have to trade away another player in this deal that locks in some more salary cap, which is for Kirkmose, because we already got Khalil Whitney and Glenn Robertson III, so Kirkmose would be that guy that goes over to the Raptors. We pick up a second-round draft pick, and I think that will work. You're asking to give us away a valuable asset, and DeMar DeRozan, when none of the assets I get back nearly seem as valuable. So we will also give you guys a pick of 2023 unprotected, and we'll take back a pick and a second overall draft pick. Nothing. We'll just go through just straight after that. So even though, oh, that's a Phillies pick. Did we already trade our first round draft pick? We'll do that pick instead. How about 2 first round draft picks and a second of 2023? Will that go through? Still a nada for DeMar DeRozan. And there we go. We had to trade away 2 first round draft picks, and we get a huge player in DeMar DeRozan, which makes our team way better than what you would think it would be. We're minus $6 million, which is not a bad position for us. We can make that up for next year when we get rid of some players. But honestly, very good position for the Toronto Raptors. For your Vancouver Ravens, we get a veteran player in DeMar DeRozan. And of course, we're going to be waiting for Marvin Bagley III to come back from his injury. So we're going to be playing DeMar DeRozan in a kind of a very weak core that we got. We don't have the best power forwards, of course. So we're going to have to rely a lot on is Glenn Robertson. Can you play? He can only play shooting forward, and we already have 2 bigs. Oh, but Alex Len can play power forward, though. But they want Claxton to play center or starting, which is fine with me. And LaMelo Ball, DeMar DeRozan, which hopefully he's able to play big-time basketball for our team alongside LaMelo Ball, which we want him to be the shooting guard. Then we have a small forward and Khalil Whitney. He was going to hopefully develop into a very good player for us. And then we got Adam Moko as well. And then a bunch of other players down in the system. So very big trade. Now, the other guy that we were thinking of going after was this guy. The roster is full. Yes. We would only be able to give him a minimum contract, which he has no interest in taking a contract like that. Our bench is looking very good. We got Alfred Payton, who could play point guard, Alex Len, Moko, and then Glenn Robertson III. So I gotta say we have a very good depth. We're not looking too bad. And then you got Wayner, BJ Boston, Blowjob Boston, Tyler Jorsey, Evan Turner, Marvin Bagley III. Once you get Evan Bagley III in that lineup, hell, brave. Sorry guys, I'm back. So we get a huge player in DeMar DeRozan, which makes us way better. Now, if you think about things, DeAndre Ayton, LaMelo Ball, DeMar DeRozan, you got Khalil Whitney, And then not just that, we're going to have Marvin Bagley III, which is another huge player for us, which is just unbelievable. DeAndre Ayton is ineligible for an extension as the original length of his current contract was 4 years. So, we don't have to worry about DeAndre Ayton next year? I guess not. So we cannot sign those two guys to an extension. I guess we'll have to see what we'll have to do with these guys. It's all about a learning curve with me with this game, because I've never really learned very much about NBA at all. This is kind of like my first time actually even playing my league. I went through and did like a Toronto Raptors one, which I'm slowly going through. But I gotta say, and DeAndre Ayton. Excuse me, guys. Sorry, guys. With an injury too. So we're losing two of our big all-stars in DeAndre Ayton. And now we get Murray. Now, I want to negotiate this trade here. DeJounte Murray. Point guard. But he's not even doing like DeMar DeRozan, who has 15 points. I'd rather keep DeMar DeRozan. He's more of a player he's a veteran player, which is a guy that we need. We're going to probably get Marvin Bagley III. And, Marvin Bagley III and DeAndre Ayton back at the same time, hopefully. Because I really want to make it to the playoffs this year. This is why we went after DeMar DeRozan, so we can really, really make a huge playoff push. But with all these injuries, man, it's really striking us down losing DeAndre Ayton. I mean, take a look at this lineup. You only really got DeMar DeRozan and LaMelo Ball kind of being your leaders. You got Moritz Wagner and Alex Len, two guys that we weren't really expecting to play in that position. BJ Boston has 10 points per game. He's playing like a madman right now, which is good. Mocha, 8.4 points per game. How well is DeMar DeRozan? 16. LaMelo Ball with 17 is what we're expecting from LaMelo Ball. So let's take a look at player stats. LaMelo Ball, I mean, we're expecting that for sure. Hopefully he can perform when we get DeAndre Ayton and our boy Marvin Bagley III back from injury. So DeAndre Ayton should be coming back here soon. I mean, DeAndre Ayton, he's playing like a madman when he was playing, so that's great. Khalil Whitney also playing very good in that small forward position. So everyone's really playing good. It's just we need to have the team back and healthy for us to really perform to the best that we can really play. So DeAndre Ayton is back. Alfred Payton, he's out with a broken ankle. He's one of our big depth pieces on the team. We really need him to be healthy as well. And it just injuries are really taking us away this year. Last year we didn't have to worry very much about injuries. It was just our team wasn't that powerful. Now this year we're having bench players being injured, Marvin Bagley III, and him being injured to start us off the year. It's just been an injury-filled year. Now we're starting to win some games, 3-in-a-row wins right there. That's nice to see. But then we come back with 2 losses in a row. I just really want to make it to the playoffs. I'm craving that playoff. Marvin Bagley III is back in lineup. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not trading him away. So Marvin Bagley III is back in lineup, one of our big-time players, and there are the W's. There's the team, boys. That's the team that I've been waiting to see. And I just want to take a look at everyone. Yeah, Marvin Bagley III is right there. He's back in, 14 points per game already right off the get-go. DeMar DeRozan. We got a good team, man, looking here. If we get Alfred Payton back in, our depth is even looking good without Alfred Payton, but he's one of our big depth pieces on the team as one of our good depth point guards. So we got a couple more days to go, and then I guess we'll take a look at the overview of the team. But I think we're going to simulate a little bit more. We're going to get up to the trade deadline, and then we'll take a look at the overview of the team. Where are we sitting in the standings right now? Actually, we're only like a point game back of the Sacramento Kings. Like a point and a half back of the Kings, which is huge. We could possibly make a huge playoff push right now. So let's go, boys. Let's get some big W's. Golden State, the Celtics. Some big games right now. Oh, there's the Hornets as well. Oh, my God. LaMelo Ball with a torn left hamstring. These injuries, man. They are fucking killing us this year. Like, everywhere we look, it's been an injury. It's been a real bad injury-riddled year for the Vancouver Ravens, where we just cannot stay healthy. We got a great team looking good for us right now, but we just cannot stay healthy as we lose LaMelo Ball out to a huge. But we're still winning games without LaMelo Ball. I mean, we have 5-1 right there. Lost against the Cavs, but we win against the 76ers. We're a 500 team. We should hopefully be in a playoff position right now. With the way that we've been playing. We are, baby, that's what I'm talking about. If the playoffs start right now, we'd be facing the Golden State Warriors, which is a spot where we should not want to be at, but we are in a playoff spot for the first time in franchise history, which is huge. I mean, we're playing some of the best basketball that you could ever ask for from this team. I mean, we are playing the best. Big loss against the Sacramento Kings, which is a loss that we do not want to take right now. Marvin Bagley, third, out with an injury as well, but we get a big W against the Pacers, the Bulls. Big game, but we lose against them. We're practically going to be a 500 team, I think, the entire year, and I think where we should be able to get into a playoff spot with that 500 record, but I really want to be playing the best. Oh my god, the injuries, man. Injuries are fucking left, right, and center. Like, we're seeing the non-stop injuries, man, and it's not stopping. The injuries just keep on pouring in for your Vancouver Ravens. No matter where we are looking at, there's been an injury. It's been a real big bummer for the Vancouver Ravens. It's just, we're struggling right now, man, to keep healthy. And we're starting to gain some wins, even with the injuries that we do have. Oh, shit. Gotta get Khalil Whitney back in the lineup. And the simulation has been going aidly slow, and hopefully it did not freeze on me. I don't know why it's going so goddamn slow. Evan Turner, rebuild lineups. There we go. Moko, DeRozan, Whitney, no, LaMelo Ball and Payton are still out. So yeah, we're gonna have to play Moko as point guard right now, I guess. Marvin Bagley third, and you're getting 19 points per game. DeAndre Ayton's lower in the points per game, but he's getting really good at the rebounds part of his game, which is what where we want him to be. And everyone else is performing really good. Khalil Whitney's having a career year this year, 13 points per game. He's really stepping his shit up, which is what we want to see from him. Is to him to step up his game to the next level. So let's get to the next couple games. The Hawks. This is a big game, and we get a big W. Yeah, I want to see the players that are making it into the All-Star game. So for Team James, you get Giannis Antetokounmpo, Kyrie Irving, Nikola Jokic, and then Zion Williamson. The reserves are Davis, Lillard, Abdulapido, Griffin, Beal, Hayward, and Maker. For Team LeBron, you got Leonard, Towns, Wall, and Curry. For the reserves, you got Westbrook, Cousins, and Joel Embiid. We got none of our rookies in there. Damn, man. Hassan Whiteside makes it in there. If we trade him away, he makes the All-Star team. So good for him. Now let's get to the next two games. I might as well. And none of our players made it into the All-Star team, which is kind of a bummer. But, I mean, our whole entire team is playing like a team. None of our guys are having above 20 points per game, which is good. It's just overall we have a good mix of a team, and that's what we want to see. So team status, we are still sitting in the 7th spot in the Western Conference or whatever division we're in. We're going to be facing the Golden State Warriors if we make it to the playoffs. So definitely not the position where we really want to be. But I gotta say, our coach that we hired, Lucas, man, he has been a step up this year, man. He has been one of our better coaches, I gotta say for sure. He's been really stepping up for the team and coaching this team towards that playoff position. I mean, yeah, LaMelo Ball, before he got injured, having 20 points per game. Marvin Bagley just ripping it up, 10 rebounds per game. Same with DeAndre Ayton. DeMar DeRozan really helping this team out, get it to a spot where we're in a playoff position. This entire team is playing great this year, and it's because of the reason why we went all out on DeMar DeRozan. And we went out and got a player that could be that veteran on this team that knows how to get to that playoff position no matter how hard it is to get to there. He's been really that big step-up guy for us. So, I mean, let's take a look at the team history. Previous record, 36. And we could beat that next big record for the team. And that's the awesome thing about this team, man. We are really stepping up this year. We should really take a look at all these. So Marvin Bagley, they're really stepping up. I mean, look at LaMelo Ball, man. He is a really big player for the team, and you can see that for sure. 3-pointers, man. He's definitely our 3-pointer master. Darius Garland, who is gone. Three throws made. DeAndre Ayton, a rebound master. LaMelo Ball can also pass that ball. DeAndre Ayton. Minutes played. LaMelo Ball with 50. My lord, turnovers. I mean, Marvin Bagley at third for sure. and LaMelo Ball are definitely been playing huge this year. And I don't think we're going to make a single trade. I think we're just going to get all the way to the end of the year, because right now, let's keep the developing of this team. I don't want to make any more stupid deals like we did with Hassan Whiteside. I want to keep this team the way that it is and keep developing. We got that one big player in DeMar DeRozan. And if we need to make deals in the future, then we'll make deals in the future. But for right now, I want to keep on drafting. I want to keep this team just a pumping, right? We traded away the first-round draft picks, a lot of first-round draft picks to pick up DeMar. So we're going to keep the team the way that it is. And yes, and LaMelo Ball comes back from injury. And so we cannot sign, just a quick question. So we cannot sign, he's ineligible. He wants to, DeMar DeRozan wants to test free agency once his contract is up, which is fine. He has one more year left, and then everyone else is ineligible. Okay, that's fine by me. So let's get to April 13th. I didn't mean to do that. I just want to simulate through the date. Two big losses there against the Pacers and the Rockets. We cannot sign anyone anyways. And we need to get some more big W's right now, boys. Edwin, Aldridge, we're starting to get a pretty good amount of scouting on these players, which is good. We get the Mavericks and the Lakers, and then Payton gets injured once again with a severe ankle sprain, man. He's just been not able to stay healthy, and he looks like he'll be missing the start of the playoffs, which is a big bummer because he's one of our big power point guards in our system, but that's okay. We still got LaMelo Ball, which he's still healthy and ready to go. And look at the wins that we're winning, man. We're 36-31, which our last year's record was 36 wins, ladies and gentlemen. We were 36-46. We just tied last year's record. And, I mean, with all the injuries that we've been having this year, you would really think that this team would struggle to do anything this year. And we're in a playoff spot. We're 14.5 games back of the Rockets, which is nowhere near where we want to be. I don't think we're ever going to catch that spot, but right now we're playing the best basketball with the youngest team, I think, in the NBA, with LaMelo Ball and DeAndre Ayton and Marvin Bagley III and DeMar DeRozan, and not to forget about Khalil Whitney, who's been playing like an absolute man for this team. We just beat last year's record of wins, which is just absolutely ridiculous. Now we're starting to get some losses, and there's the losses. We need to start getting some big W's here, boys, though. We need to make it into that playoffs. I'm not just taking a second best this year. I want to be in that playoffs. I'm breathing it. I want it. I want that playoff spot, boys. Oh, man, this is going to be tight. Where's the other team standings? Conference. Where are we sitting at? Oh, the Clippers are breathing right up our fucking asses. They're a half a game back. My God, this is going to be a close tie race, and we're going to have to face up against the Clippers, so let's go, boys. We need big W's, a big win against the Nets. We need a big win against the Clippers, and we do. We get a big win against the Clippers and a big one against the Nets. This is what I'm talking about, and we have clinched a playoff position for the first time in franchise history. The Vancouver Ravens will be going to the playoffs in a really big hot streak. My God. Steph Curry's your MVP. Jalen Johnson, your Rookie of the Year. Blake Griffin, your Sixth Man of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year award goes to Kawhi Leonard. Jabari Parker gets Most Improved. Chris Green gets Coach of the Year for the Knicks. And I mean, wow. That's your first NBA team. Your second right there. None of our guys look like they made it, but that's okay. The first defensive team, second defensive team, you got your first all-rookie team, and your second, none of our players made it. But, I mean, we are going to be facing up against the Wolves. I mean, can we, oh, my God, can we, okay, anyways, let's take a look at the fucking end of the year, man. The ending of the year was just a fucking... Why can't we? Okay, anyways. I mean, we went on an absolute fucking shriek at the end of the year. We won like 7 in a row games right there. Right at the end of the year. How many games do we win in a row? I want to see that. 8 wins in a row. We're also facing up against the Timberwolves, who won 7. And we positioned in 5th. 5th place. From last year, we weren't even close to a playoff position. We were 36-46. We were 5th in the conference, and this year we have made it to the playoff position for the first time in franchise mode history, which is just huge. I mean, we played the best basketball that we could ever play, and now we gotta go up against the Minnesota Timberwolves, which, I mean, this team is just a madman team too. They're probably their starting lineup. Can we take a look at their starting lineup? Yes, we can. We're going up against the Wolves. So let's take a look at the Timberwolves. So, can we take a look at their lineup? Can we? No? How do we do that? Swap players, rebuild, minutes, player card. Okay, never mind. I guess we can't do that. Anyways, we'll take a look at their, probably what we think would be their starting five. And let's take a look at the Timberwolves, which is just going to be a ridiculous team to face up against in the first place. And a team that's going to be very menacing in the first round. So, you got Karl Anthony Towns. It'll definitely be Towns against DeAndre Ayton for sure. Two big star players. You got Jimmy Butler, who is another big all-star player. Andrew Wiggins. Bryce Smith for sure. And then, Nickel Alexander Walker, who also they picked up in free agents to a 1-year, $1.67 million contract. So, I mean, this team is deep, too. You got Brandon Knight. You got some pretty young players for sure on this team. We have a young team, too, and I think that's going to be the equal part. Like, you got your big three All-Stars. We got our big three All-Stars with DeMar DeRozan, Marvin Bagley III, and DeAndre Ayton. Not just to forget about that, we also have LaMelo Ball, who is also just a madman as well. I mean, these two teams are going to be leveled up to be two great teams. And I'm excited to see what our team can do in the playoffs. And I mean, you could take a look. And LaMelo Ball, look at how he is. Enthusiastic. He's fucking ready for his first chance to be in the playoffs. DeMar DeRozan, I mean, he has a chance to win his first championship since he wasn't able to do it with the Toronto Raptors. Marvin Bagley III, I mean, this team is young and filled with potential. Khalil Whitney, he's ready for a big year this year to take a step. All these guys are happy to be here. They're happy that they're in a playoff spot, that they're ready. All these guys are ready to play. And I think even us losing Elfrid Payton to an injury, I think we're ready no matter what. Moritz Wagner, you got Nicholas Claxton, Moko, Glenn Robertson III, you even got BJ Boston, Jorzy. You got some big-time players here in the system, and it's going to be a big-time game for the Vancouver Ravens. In the next video, we will be, for the first time in franchise history, going into the playoffs against the Timberwolves. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Adios, amigos.